I think this is where people can get overwhelmed is when you're faced with a white page, right? The best thing to do is to write down what it is that you're wanting to do. If you want to do a task on a piece of paper, find some images that look cute that represent that or emojis, set that aside, and then sort of look at your favorite templates or look at things you already created. Let's say that you have a journal and you already have like a calendar or dashboard or things that you like arranged a certain way. Go ahead and like write that out, like draw it out, and then come here and create that. That's actually UX or user or UI, which is user interfaces. Whenever you go with apps, websites, things like that, you always start with a mock-up, and the best way to do that is by hand first and then create it on the screen. Then from there, you can add in your elements such as your colors and your images. I kind of like to do this anyway just because this makes me happy, these colors, and he's cute or she's cute. So I like having them there, but as far as design goes, I'm not going to be too worried about it until I get down to functionality. And if that means closing this out and focusing on what works for me, that's what I'll do. All right, so I'm just going to show you how to actually have your database view. This is the fancy stuff that you see a lot on the templates that are more advanced, is you're looking at your database, but you're looking at it from a view. So meaning that you're not copying and pasting a database, you're actually sort of getting the URL and looking at it. So you're basically seeing a little bit of a copy of what this would preview like. So sometimes you'll have like widgets on your computer and you will see your reminders or your to-do list, but if you click in it, it actually goes into something bigger. That's pretty much what this is, and that's what that arrow is. It's connected to something else. But what's so cool about it is that you can actually interact with it. But let's say that you kind of just want it to be aesthetic and it helps you organize yourself a little bit just to have it separated versus a list. You can actually change the layout, and let me go a little bit slower. So you're going to hit the icons here, which is a setting icon by new. You'll see table here, and then you'll see layout. This is indicating what kind of layout you have, which is a table layout. But there's other way of displaying this, and it's really dynamic and cool. So if I want to do the fancy with the photos, because Buy Milk actually has a photo in it, I can do this. And then you can see that I have an image of the milk, which is really cool. From there, I can do a list. I can do a timeline if I actually had a date element in there, and a board. Okay, and there's some other stuff in there too. But just to make it simple, I'm just going to do this way because it looks cool. And that is pretty much it. So you can go ahead and get started with this and then start adding in cool stuff like calendars and fun stuff like that. So let's see if we can add a cool thing in. Let's do a calendar view. And of course, this is a view. So you can actually manage this in Calendar, which is the Notion calendar, because they have their own calendar and you can add some cool stuff in. And basically you can get a view of it in your dashboard. Okay, and next one, I will show you guys some other stuff that you can do too to make it a little bit more dynamic.